Every system in your environment runs on secrets, passwords, API keys, tokens, certificates. They are everywhere. And most of the time, we assume they are under control. But if we are being honest, do you actually know where all your secrets are? So, in most organizations, the assumption is simple: secrets are stored securely, access is controlled, credentials are managed properly. And because we assume this, we very rarely question it. But assumptions don't secure systems, right? In reality, secrets are everywhere. They are scattered across different systems. Some are hard coded within your applications, some are sitting in your configuration files, some haven't been rotated in years. And the uncomfortable truth is, most teams don't know where all their secrets actually are. When we say secret, we don't just mean passwords. It includes your API keys, your access tokens, certificates, even your SSH keys, anything that allows one system or one user to access another. If it grants access, it is of course a secret. So now think about where these secrets actually live: in source code repositories, in configuration files, in environment variables, as I already mentioned, even inside your CI CD pipelines, in your automation scripts, and sometimes on developer missions. I'm talking about the endpoints. Not because anyone planned it that way, but because it was convenient at that point of time, right? This doesn't happen because teams don't care about security. It happens because of speed. A developer needs something to work, so they add a key. An engineer needs quick access, so they just reuse credentials. Or a deployment needs to succeed, so the secrets get stored somewhere accessible. And then we say we'll clean it up later. But later rarely comes, right? So over time, these secrets spread. They get reused across different systems. They become long lived. Ownership becomes completely unclear, and the visibility disappears. So even if you want to secure them, you don't know where to start. See, an attacker doesn't start with your most critical system. They usually start small: a compromised endpoint, or a leaked credential, access to a low privilege environment, all this. At this point, nothing actually looks serious. But once inside, They look for secrets. As we said, in a configuration file or in your scripts or in your environment variables, and they find something. For instance, a token, an API key, a credential that was never meant to be exposed, right? So that's the second step usually. And then they try using it. They call an internal service or they access a database, connect to another system, and it works. Because from the system's perspective, this is valid access. Now the attacker moves further. More systems, more secrets, and more access. Each step builds on the previous one. This is how attack paths usually grow. So, this kind of activity is usually hard to detect because nothing looks broken. Valid credentials are being used, access patterns may look normal as well. No obvious exploit is happening, right? It does not look like a breach, it looks like a legitimate usage. So, this is not just an operational issue, it's an architectural failure. Secrets are treated as implementation details, they are not managed as critical assets. There is no life cycle, no centralized control, no visibility. The architecture depends on secrets but doesn't control them. So, a good architecture treats secrets differently. They are centralized, short lived, regularly rotated, access is very tightly controlled, and usage is completely monitored. Right? So, that's a mature architecture looks like. Now, you don't fix this overnight. So, start by discovering where your secrets exist. Remove every hard coded credential. Use secret vaults. Rotate them regularly and monitor how secrets are being used. That's your practical improvements usually. So, when secrets are controlled, your access becomes predictable. Risk is obviously reduced, and attacker movements become super harder. See, attackers don't usually break into systems. Sometimes they simply log in using your secrets that were never properly protected. Think about that. So, thanks for watching and thanks for the thinking what you're going to do. See you in the next video.